The cottage near Samsbury, where our mother had played as a little girl at the home of her grandparents.
I remember getting off the bus at the bottom of Samsbury and walking all the way, which took me over half an hour to walk. I think I was maybe around 10 or 11 when I first walked there.
What we had was just this old photograph taken sometime between 85 and 100 years ago. So we had this old picture, and we had my mother's memory that this was on Green Lane in Samsbury.
When I went, there was you had to go outside to the bathroom. There was running water, but it was cold.
Samsbury isn't really much of anything. Samsbury is kind of a cluster of farms, really, not a town.
I've got some of the original Ordnance Survey maps.
But luckily, our friend Paul Critchley loves maps. He said, "Oh, I think I can find this." He looked at Green Lane on the Ordnance Survey map. And he looked at it and he said, "Okay, it's there. I can see Green Lane. Let's go find it." To our amazement, when we go down this winding country lane, which has changed somewhat in the last 100 years, Paul's maps show that it has become a little more inaccessible than it was. And we get down this country lane, and lo and behold, there's this beautiful cottage. And it's looking at the position of the chimney, the windows and the shape of it, even though it's now hidden behind fairly tall trees and bushes and flowers and so on. Right away we said, okay, this is it. We found it.
Now that's quite amazing. This would be taken around 1900 or 1910, I'm guessing.
Wow, my wife's father took some wild roses out of the hedge.
Yeah.
It wasn't dilapidated, but when I got the house, it was basic.
Yeah.
It had been renovated in 1948 after the Second World War.
I guess I was amazed because he not only let us in his house to show us around, and he introduced us to his wife.
And all these are plums. The apples are going back desperately. Those are coming out. But I'd like to show you our pride and joy.
Okay, let's do that.
Eric Hammond, we found out his name is, and his wife's name is Anne.
That's the original, the oak that's at the corner.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, right, well, come in, let's get you a
let's get the
drink.
kettle on. This is
beautiful.
This is absolutely delightful in summer. I had an old Victorian fireplace in there with coal, and I was so certain that it was for me. But just you feel this room. This room is absolutely.
Eric and Anne just were wonderfully hospitable, and they let us wander around their home.
I had nothing when I came in. I had a milking stool and a suitcase with a tablecloth. I had no money. This half of the whole house is delightful, but this half of the house has something.
It was just fabulous. I mean, I couldn't get over the connection. We had made a connection with somebody who is now living in this cottage.
I have something for you then. I'm not going to tell
and
you.
I suppose, in a sense, we were giving them a connection too.
Now there, sir, is, I don't know what sort of a bottle it is. I think it's sort of lemonade-y. And we dug that out of the ground. Oh, sorry, sweetness. Dug that out of the ground here when we were putting up the conservatory. Now that's for you to take home.
Oh, Eric.
Yeah, that's authentic. That's not purchased somewhere. I haven't got the stockroom, fortunately, but that's
Thank you,
that's
Brian.
authentic. That's for real.
That's fabulous.
They seemed to be interested in history, and we were bringing a little bit of history to them.
Well, would there be anything
1887.
wouldn't have the Lawrences mentioned?
I don't know. It tells you the field behind the cottage, the further field.
Oh, fabulous.
Oh yeah. Yeah.